Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Snatch Chat, where I'm here to help you lose fat, but not your mind. I'm Tiffany, certified personal trainer, nutrition specialist, and your body snatcher. And today I am going to talk about why strength training should be your number one priority if fat loss is your goal. Okay, so before I get into that, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, press like if you find the content useful, and then also go to the description and get your free workouts. I have a little kit there for you. You'll get a few workouts and then a little bit of nutrition and mindset stuff as well. Okay, so just want to point those things out. And I also want to remind you that this is a chat, so it's pretty much informal. I'm just, spewing from the top of my head. But that being said, I do have notes, so it's not totally from the top of my head. And I just like to say that because I know in the world of polished YouTube videos, this can seem a little whatever. So just putting that out there. Okay, so before I get into these points, and I have three of them of why, weight training and strength training is different and better. Not better, but, priority worthy. I'd like to say that I am not in any way knocking cardio, okay? I want to be 100% clear on this, okay? Cardio is super important. It's important for everyone. It's important for everyone for, heart health and energy and just feeling good and all of these things, okay? It's even good for calorie burn. It's great for calorie burn. It burns tons of calories. So on the actual weight and fat loss side, it is very, very important. So I just want to be clear. That is not what I'm talking about here. What I am saying is that strength training is what is going to get you the body that you want, and it's going to get you the body that you want faster, and it's going to make your cardio more effective. Okay, so I'm going to get into those points, but I just wanted to put that disclaimer out before someone comes for me about how important cardio is, and that, those two people chime in that they, went and ran every day and lost all this weight and they didn't do any strength training. It's possible, and really my comeback to that every time is that is amazing. But if you would have been strength training along with that running, you would have lost the weight faster. Okay, that will always be my bloop. Okay. Like, great for you, but you should have been strength training as well and you would have got there. So just putting that out there. I love running. Cardioisbomb.com, but it is what it is. So that is that. All right, so I'm going to get into the 3 points. So the first one is not really on the whole look side of thing and fat loss per se, but it's just that you are going to be stronger, okay? And this point is mostly for me to just remind everyone that while being snatched and looking good is really a very important part of this whole thing and the reason most of us are motivated for it, it's not the only reason why we're doing this, okay? In the end, this is about living longer, being stronger, and being able to function, okay? So if you're walking around without any, mass and no muscle, and you can't even support yourself in like getting out of the chair or whatever, any long range of, issues that have to deal with not having any lean mass, that it should be enough in itself to make you want to do your strength training. Okay, because the truth of the matter is none of us are getting any younger. I'm not, you're not, and the strength training is what is going to get your body primed for what is to come and to keep you strong, make you able to go longer at things that you love to do. Simple things like being able to play with your grandchildren, okay? Cardio, yes, it can lend to those things as well, but in the end, your muscle mass is what is going to help you live a long, fulfilling, and joyful life. So I'm just getting that one out the way because I think it is understated, and I want it to be the first point that strength training will make you feel strong. And in my opinion, when you feel strong, you feel like you can do anything. So that is point number 1. Okay. Point number 2, now we're getting into, okay, why is it really better than cardio? For real, for real. And this is the lean mass argument, okay? There's a disconnect in people understanding calories, okay, and burning calories. Okay, so when you burn calories when you're running, per se, and running, by the way, if you're going to do a cardio, that's one of the best ones because you're going to burn a lot of calories and it's really good for you. But when you're burning calories at the time, you're doing it and you're burning a lot in a clump, right? The disconnect is people don't understand that your lean mass and your strength training, okay, is what is going to determine how many of those calories you can burn in a certain amount of time. So let's just say that on average, you burn 300 calories in a 20-minute time frame. And this is just an example, okay? I'm just using random numbers. 300 calories in a 20-minute time span, and that's with no strength training. You're just getting started. You're really pumped. You decide running is going to be your mode of losing weight, and that is what you're doing. 300 calories, okay, for 20-minute run, okay? And you decide to just stick with that. You never do any strength training. You don't do anything else. You're going to continue to burn 300 calories every 20 minutes for a while. Then eventually you're going to burn less than that in that 20 minutes because your body's going to adapt. Okay? What strength training does for you is it takes your body, and because your body gets a lean mass and you're increasing your muscle mass, it's going to allow you to burn more calories in that 20 minutes. So you may start off burning 300 calories in that 20 minutes, but as you build your lean mass, you may be able to burn 320 calories in that 20 minutes, then 330 calories in that 20 minutes. So as you create lean mass, you burn more calories. And what this equates to a lot is, heart rate and other factors like that, which I'm not going to really get into. But the main takeaway that you need to understand is that strength training not only, okay, gets you stronger and helps you burn calories while you're doing it, it's also going to allow you to burn more calories long term, okay? And that is not just for while you're doing cardio. That counts for, and this is the most important part actually, it counts for when you're actually resting. So if you're someone who doesn't do any strength training, you may burn 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day, and that's just resting, okay? No cardio, no working out, just living daily life. If you started strength training, what it will do is it will up your metabolism, your heart rate, and how your heart rate will, it's very complicated. Your heart rate will go up a little bit, but you're going to burn more calories because the higher your heart rate is, the more calories you burn, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not getting into that. But just know that when you weren't doing the strength training, you may burn 1,500 to 2,000 calories. The more you strength train, that number will rise. So maybe it will change from 1,600 or 1,700 as the bottom and then go up to 2,200. So that is where the real secret sauce is that you burn more calories while you're doing absolutely nothing. So you can Netflix and chill, okay, and be burning more calories because you strength trained, 2 days before. So that is one of the main takeaways for that. And it's really one of the most important points and why I dwelled on it for quite a while. So that is point number 2, okay? And then point number 3 on why strength training should be a priority for you is that cardio, because of this whole lean mass thing, it actually is what can destroy your lean mass, okay? So in general, when you are strength training and building lean mass, you are helping your body to burn fat in general, but you're also not destroying your muscle mass, right? By default. Cardio, the more you do without building your lean mass, the more you're actually going to tap into your muscle stores, okay? So that should be Pretty self-explanatory and a bad enough reason. But if you are just doing cardio all the time, eventually, and you're not building your muscle mass along the way, you're going to lose the little bit of muscle mass that you do have. And that is a recipe for disaster. And an example I'd like to point out is that you know people probably who work out all the time and they are not heavy, but they have no tone, right? They they're losing weight, but there's no structure, or they're, just naturally, they may be naturally small, but I'm more so talking about the people that are working out all the time and you see that they're not like big, or your definition of fat or whatever you call it, okay? But you notice that they are not exactly toned the way that you would ideally want to be. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that they are not, strength training, and they don't have any muscle mass. So that is, good enough reason. So yes, cardio, too much of it can be a bad thing. And the only way to offset it is to do the strength training. Okay, so that's point number 3. So I just want to tie it all together to make the point that, in general, your ideal scenario would be to strength train a few days a week, okay? And then to add in cardio either in your routines, or to add on a little bit of extra cardio in a run or walking, even, is low impact, and it's really great for calorie burn as well, and it's really good for your health. So always a combination of the two is the way to go, in my humble, not so humble opinion. So that is it. Action step would be to assess how much strength training you are doing. Are you doing 3 workouts a week? Are you one of those people, which I know this happens a lot because when dealing with my clients, okay? One of those people that gets a little off, and sometimes you get a little too excited about your cardio, and then you might miss like just one routine, and then you add on the cardio. My suggestion is to get the strength training done, okay? And if you have to sacrifice on the cardio a little bit, do that. And in the end, it will all balance back out, okay? So yes, that is your action step, to decide if you're doing enough of the strength training, and if you're not, to implement it, and if you're not doing enough or you've been slacking, to get back on it. Okay, so that is it for the day. Hopefully you found this helpful. Like I said, make sure you subscribe, push like. That really helps me out and I appreciate it. Other than that, get your workouts. Go get that. Go to the description, tap that link, get your workouts and your mindset and nutrition hacks. So okay, I'm out of here. Eat well, drink well, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time.